You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph, Blazing Trails, Part 5. So far in this series, we've looked at a few things that are helpful or even essential in blazing a trail for generations to come. The first we looked at was a never give up attitude or a spiritual tenacity. The second one was a concern for those who come after me outlook. How does what I'm doing affect my offspring? How does this affect my children's children? Today we want to add a few points to that list. The next one is a generosity of spirit stance. I'll say that again, a generosity of spirit stance. In Proverbs 11:24, it says this, it's one of my favorite verses: the world of the generous gets larger and larger. The world of the stingy gets smaller and smaller. And it seems that the difference between having this ever-expanding and influential realm of generosity, between that and having a small, ever-decreasing circle of negativity or having a stingy existence, is this thing called generosity. Living with an open hand rather than a clenched fist. There was a small town in New England. It was a story I heard some years ago where this small town had a situation where they were borrowing water, fresh water, for the town people. And eventually they went to the Geological Survey in the States and said, can you do some surveys and find out if there's water nearby? And they did. They came and they tested soil, etc. And they picked out a place and said, there's water there, dig there. So the townspeople started digging in this area. It was hard work. They went down 800 feet, and they got to a point where they just believed there was no water there. They gave up, actually. But they did get the Geological Survey back to have a look at what they were doing. They retested and they said to the people, there is water there, lots of water, keep going, don't give up. And so this crew dug down to about 1,300 feet, and there they found this water. It just burst out. It was a great day for this town. But the story goes that they not only had enough of this beautiful, pristine, clear, fresh water for themselves, they were then able to give water or supply water to neighboring regions. And the moral of that story is interesting because they kept going when they were tempted just to stop. But not only that, something changed. They became not takers of water, they became givers. And that's what happens in this whole journey of life when we blaze trails. We keep going and we become people who not only decide to become generous, but it turns around from taking to giving. The next point and last point is a choice to live by God's wisdom, not my own. So it's a determination to do so. I will live by God's wisdom. And that's because godly wisdom never thinks about just now or the current set of circumstances. It makes permanent decisions in temporary circumstances, because the easiest thing is not always the best thing to do. Proverbs 13:22 says, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Proverbs 24:14, likewise, knowledge and wisdom for your soul. It's deep stuff. Get that, and your future's secured. Your hope is on a solid rock. Only God knows what is good. We don't. And godly wisdom requires obedience to His wisdom. And we don't make major futuristic decisions based on feelings or needs. You know that old song, country and western song, let the devil take tomorrow. for Tonight I Need a Friend. Totally irresponsible, and it's the opposite of Blazing Trails. My hope for you during this series is that you will be people who have the bigger picture, who can see down the years and the decades to those that come after you, even long after you pass from this world. God bless you.